Day 15 carnivore diet. So far, it's 11 in the morning, and I'm fasting. Not on purpose, but just got up this morning, got some work done. Then I went to the gym, did a lot of lifts there. And one of the things I realized is I'm going to need to try to programatize this a little bit more than what I'm already doing for my lifting, because I was doing weighted pull-ups and chin-ups, and as the weight goes up, I'm not able to do as many. I have to wait longer between the reps, but I have the weight belt on for the hanging, and I don't necessarily want to take the weight belt off and then move to something else. So someone else would come along and take the belt and then start using it, and I can't really monopolize too many pieces of equipment at once. So I started thinking, well, unless I want to be here for literally 2.5 hours, I need to start thinking through how I'm going to do the workout. And then that got me thinking about, what is the best workout that I should be doing for jiu-jitsu? So I did some research on that in the gym. I'm going to do some more research on it and build a program specific to what I'm doing with open mats on the weekend, light training during the week, and then lifting also during the week. But it got me thinking about it, because for right now, what I've been doing is just the lifts I enjoy. I enjoy doing pull-ups, doing chin-ups. I enjoy having a very strong upper body and a giant back. Then I was doing incline bench to help build up my chest, and bicep, tricep, because my arms are unproportional to the rest of my body. Because it seems like whenever I do bicep exercise, or if I do chin-ups, which I thought was going to give me bigger arms, it just goes straight to my back. My back just gets huge. My arms stay small. So I'm going to have to isolate the biceps and the triceps. Then I was doing pistol squats too, but thinking about, what is going to be best for jiu-jitsu, because I don't want to spend hours at the gym, and I also don't want to necessarily have to go to the gym more than 3 times a week, because it takes about 20 minutes to get there, 20 minutes to get back. So how do I be efficient with my time? It got me thinking, I have to look at what I'm doing, plan it out, and then actually put some thought into it, so that I don't wind up, it's not necessarily even bad being inefficient in this scenario, because there is just a big benefit of getting in the habit of going to the gym, which is why I personally think it was good the way I did it, where I did the lifts I like, and now I'm going to transition into ones that I think will specifically help me in jiu-jitsu and wrestling, because it got me into the habit for the past month of going to the gym, of being there, working out, recovering afterwards. So now that I have the habit established, I can then transition it. Similar to something I've been trying to apply. I watched this video called 1 minute habits, and it's basically talking about how if you are trying to establish something as a habit, do it for 1 minute a day. Literally, only if that's all of the time you can give to it, only do it for a minute a day. If you want to meditate, try meditating for a minute a day. If you want to journal, try journaling for a minute a day. And you can build on top of that, but just making that initial push of doing it for that minute, you'll find overcomes resistance, and you'll also start finding the time for it and feeling the benefits of the activity itself. And once you feel the benefits, then you're going to want to do it more often. Not to mention, if you try to just journal for a minute, once you sit down and actually start writing, for me, a lot of stuff comes up, and I want to write about it, and I want to think through stuff. So it's a task that I'll have to set a timer to, because I can easily go an hour, 2 hours sometimes. And I might have other stuff I want to get done that day. But getting in the habit of doing it, when I was doing ice baths, I said I was going to do 3 minutes no matter what every day. You don't have to do 3 minutes. You can just literally jump in the water. But after doing it for a while, you start wondering, okay, the initial shock is the worst part is the first minute. After the first minute, you just don't feel as bad. The body gets a little numb. Your mind wakens up. You're feeling really present. You're looking around. You're like, oh my God, look at all these colors. Everything looks so beautiful. And you're like, well, I wonder how long I can go. And then you start noticing it, and it's really taking that ice bath example and as a metaphor for most things and overcoming the initial resistance you have towards an activity which you're trying to build the habit of doing. And if you're thinking about doing this random activity, there has to be some initial resistance to doing it because you haven't done it so far. So anyways, I'm going to hit the grocery store, pick up some meat for lunch, and then go home and finish working. And yeah, we'll see if there's a part 2 for this, but peace out.